To solve this inequality, I treat it like an equation. So starting with the 4x plus 3, I need to get rid of the plus 3, so I put minus 3 on one side and I do the same to the other side. That leaves 4x on the left hand side is greater than or equal to 11 minus 3, which is 8 on the right hand side. Next I need to get rid of the 4, so I divide both sides by 4. And that leaves me with the solution that says x on the left hand side is greater than or equal to 8 divided by 4 is 2. To represent that on the number line, the solution says x is equal to 2. So starting at the 2 on the number line, that must be a solid dot. And x can take on any value greater than 2. So starting at the 2, x can take on any value following that line in that direction. To solve the next inequality, again I treat it like an equation and I start with the plus 2 minus x over 4. And I need to get rid of the plus 2, so I put minus 2 on this side and I do the same to the other side. That leaves a minus x over 4. Minus x over 4 is less than 3 minus 2 is 1 on the right hand side. My next step is to get rid of the divide by 4, so I multiply both sides by 4 and that gives me minus x on the left hand side is less than 1 times 4 is 4. This is not my solution because it has a minus x. I need a plus x. One way to overcome that is to add x to this side to get rid of the minus x, and I have to do the same to the other side. Now I've done that, I have to also get rid of the plus 4 on the right hand side, so I put minus 4 on this side and I have to do the same on the left hand side. Collecting the terms, I now have a minus 4 on the left hand side, which is less than, and that leaves plus x or just x on the right hand side. This is the solution and it reads minus 4 is less than x, but I can also read it x is greater than minus 4 and I can write it this way. So x is greater than minus 4. These two lines are exactly the same. So the solution is x is greater than minus 4. To represent that on the number line, x is not equal to minus 4, so I cannot draw a solid dot. I have to draw a hollow circle with a dot at the center at minus 4, and x can take on any value greater than minus 4 following that line in this direction. To solve my next inequality, I have a double inequality. In effect, it's two inequalities merged together. Again, treating it like an equation, I start with the expression that has the x in it, which is 2x plus 4. I need to get rid of the plus 4, so I put minus 4 in the middle, and I have to do the same to the two sides. I'm now left with minus 2 and minus 4, that's minus 6 on the left hand side, is less than or equal to, in the middle I have 2x left, is less than 6 minus 4, which is 2 on the right hand side. Next I need to get rid of the 2 multiplied by the x, so I divide that by 2 and I have to do the same to the other two sides. That leaves me with minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3 on the left hand side, which is less than or equal to x in the middle, which is less than 2 divided by 2, which is 1 on the right hand side. This is my solution and it reads minus 3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 1. To represent this solution on the number line, I start with the lower value, which is minus 3. X can be equal to minus 3, so that's a solid dot at minus 3. And x has a higher value of 1, but it cannot be equal to 1, so that's a hollow circle with a dot at the center. Now x can take on any value between minus 3 and 1, So it can take on any value following that line, starting at -3 and ending at 1. And that's done.